Hello friends, hope you all are okay, and today we will learn some previous lectures, and because it is so important thing while you are writing or learning this type of letters. I know you all are very well aware about the previous situation which you have learned in standard 11, but according to standard 12 it is most important part. So I think you have to revise the format as well as some letters, these those who are very important for the board examination. And this video lecture is, I repeat, please kindly keep some concentrate in these lines, that I have put these videos for those students who cannot reach in our previous lectures. So this is for those students who cannot reach in our lectures, and for those students who already learn this topic, they get some revision for the same, so that the mark cutting or mark loss you can't suffer it. So kindly keep concentrate on these videos and focus on these letters and write it very carefully, so you will be able to learn very carefully. Okay, so kindly keep watch and keep concentrate. Thank you, and please kindly watch full video, as it is a request that it is most important part for you. So kindly I request you all that you have to compulsorily watch this video fully. Thank you. Never you have to write like 30 4 2020, but you have to write like this way, that the 30th April comma and the year. You have to write the date like this, is as you can see in this video. That type you have to write the date. Then you have to write the receiver's name, who receives the letter. So you have to write the first of all the receiver's name. Then you have to same procedure you have to follow in the receiver's name and address. That means you have to follow the address first line, comma, it is compulsory, second line of the address and comma is compulsory, and again city name dash pin code, and you have to put full stop behind it. Then you have to write, see friends, you can skip one line as it gives a very good look to the letter. Then you have to write the subject for the letter, and friends, it is very compulsory that you have to write a subject and you have to make underline, and it is compulsory. As you forgot to keep underline under the subject, then you will lose the half mark. If you forget to write a subject, then you will lose 1 mark as board's guidance. Then you have to write the salutation. That means you have to write dear sir or respected sir. Like this way you can write, and you have to again put comma behind it, and it is compulsory friends. If you forgot to write the salutation, then you will lose 1 mark as the board's guidance. Then the main part of the letter is that the body of the letter. Here you have to write friends minimum 3 paragraphs. Once again I repeat, 3 paragraphs. First one is the introductory paragraph, where you have to give your introduction, as you are a single person, so you have to make a person's introduction. It means itself, or you can say your introduction. Then the second paragraph, that is the main part of the letter, that what do you want or what is your expectation is mentioned in the second paragraph. And the last one is the concluding paragraph. That means what is your expectation from the receiver, that you have to write in this paragraph. Then you have to write the thanking you. As you learn in 11th standard CC department, chapter number 4, page number 25, you can find that the thanking you is not a complete sentence. So you have to put comma behind it, not a full stop. As you can see, as I have told you earlier, that you can see this in the 11th standard CC portions, chapter number 4, page number 25. As you can learn and as you have an idea in 11th standard. So you have to write a thanking you and put comma behind it. Friends, thank you is not acceptable in the letter where it is a commercial correspondence. So you have to write the thanking you. If you are writing the complaint letter, then you have no need to mention the thanking you. Then you have to mention the yours faithfully, and again you have to put comma behind it and the person's name. See friends, you have to write the compulsorily name which you have mentioned in the starting of the letter. Make sure you have to keep same name of the person while you are writing a letter, and then you have to write the enclosure, if any. Friends, here I have written the if any. That means if any documents or anything you want to attach in the letter, then you can add as a enclosure of the letter. See friend, this is the format of the persons as a letter writer. Now we will learn the format of the company or institute who writes the letter. Then you have to mention how we can write. So as a letter writer is a firm, company or institute. Friends, you have to again follow the same procedure, that you have to make a box in a page and you have to write the company's name in the center. As a writer is a company, firm or institute, as you know, then you have to write the company's or firm's name in the center. It is most necessary part. As you know, every company have their own printed letter pad, and as a company or person writes the as a company or firm writes the letter, at that time they will write the letter in the letter pad of the company for its the authentication. So you have to write the company's name in the center. Then you have to write the phone number and email ID in the left hand side and next line of the company's name in the left hand side. Friends, in the same line you have to write the address. First line put comma, second line put comma, city name dash pin code, and you have to put full stop over here. Friends, you can write the address in a center way also, but it is very unuseful part of the letter. As you write the letters or address in the center, then you will lose this type of space and it completely looks like a empty, and it is not a good part. So I request you to write the company's name in center, phone number, email ID, address first line, second line, city name, pin code, and put full stop behind it. Friends, you have to keep one more thing in your mind, that while you are writing the address should be in a same line, not in a similar way or not in a proper order, or you have to write as it is a very simple matter, and you have to write in a same line, not in a behind or above. So you have to write this one in the same line. Then you have to write the date. That means you have to mention the date 30th April, comma, and year. Then you have to write the receiver's name. Friends, receiver's name, address first line, comma, address second line, comma, city name, pin code, and full stop. Again, you can skip the line. As you can see in this video that I have keep one space behind it. Then you have to write the subject. Make sure you have to again write the subject and you have to draw the underline for the same, and it is compulsory part. Now you have to write the salutation and comma, and it is very compulsory part, as you have know and as I have explained earlier. Then you have to write the body of the letter. That means, again I repeat, that you have to write 3 paragraphs. First one is the introductory part, second one is the main part, and last one is the concluding part. Then you have to write the thanking you for the same, as I have explained earlier. Then you have to write the thanking you. Friends, this is the most important part. As you know, the letter writer is firm, company or institute. Then at the end, yours faithfully, then you have to mention that XYZ is very compulsorily part. Friends, you have to write XYZ, not a person name, because as we know who is the owner, who will manage the company, and he or she will present or not, as we know. So we have to write the XYZ for the same, and you have to write the designation also. Then once again I repeat, yours faithfully, XYZ and designation. In designation you can write as a owner, partner, whatsoever you can write. Then enclosure, if any, as I have explained earlier. So friends, this is the main basic ideas for the writing of letter. So I hope you will understand for the same. And as you know that at present we are facing the situation of corona, and so I have tried to explain you the basic phenomenon of this subject, and through which we can learn very healthy and have a brighter future. So friends, stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned for the more update, and like my YouTube channel Chirag Wagela, and you will get the update for the same videos. Thank you friends. Hello friends. Yesterday in previous lecture we have learned about the simple definition and some theory about the bank correspondence. From this video lecture we are going to start the letters, and I request and I hope you all are safe and with very good health. You are very safe at your home in this situation. Now from today we are going to start on letters for a demat account, and all these type of letters to write, how to write these letters, and we have also learned about the formats, that how to write letters with this correspondence. So today we are going to start a letter, that is the first letter, that letter to open a demat account. Friends, now you are in standard 12th, and as you have learned in standard 11th about the demat account, what is demat account and what is dematerialization, all the concept you have learned in standard 11 SP portion chapter number 7. Now so we are going to start that how to write a letter. We have learned about the format for the same also. Now this is the best and good information, and you have to keep in mind that what type of letters and how letters can be write. So first of all, writer as a letter writer in a demat account, a person is very suitable. So we write the name of the person first of all. As we have learned about the format for the same, first of all you have to write a left hand side phone number and then mobile number. Now right hand side you have to write the person's name who writes a letter, and the person's name is always mentioned at the right hand side of the page. Here the writer is Manoj B. Dave. 17 Prabhat Row House is the address, Full Bazaar, second address line, and city Lunawada with pin code. Here you have to write or put full stop behind the pin code, and it is necessary as we have learned in the format. So those who have a textbook are requested to make changes while during the watching the videos for the same. So you have to put full stop behind the pin code of behind the pin code 389230. Skip one line. Date is the 16th December 2070. 16th December. Now the receiver, the manager. See, if here we are writing the letter to the bank officer, and bank officer is the manager. So here we have to mention the designation for the same is necessary. The manager is the designation. Now the name of the bank name is Vijaya Bank. It is a name of bank, and as we have learned in the format, you have an idea for the same that while mentioning the name, it is not necessary to put full stop comma behind it. So here you have to cancel the comma from the name of the bank, Vijaya Bank. So you are requested to remove comma after the name of the bank. Then you have to write the address Full Bazaar, Lunawada, and put full stop behind the pin code again. It is necessary. Now subject to open a demat account. Subject is necessary as we have learned in the format for the same is also necessary. So you have to write a subject, and that is of the to open a demat account, and it is compulsory. So you have to write a subject and make underline of it. Now salutation is dear sir. Dear sir is the salutation, and now we are going to start the first paragraph. In first paragraph, writer, here the writer of the letter is Manoj B. Dave, as you can see in the screen at present. So now you have to write the first paragraph, and in the first paragraph, remember friends, you have to mention your introduction. As manager have multiple accounts and so many accounts in the bank, so manager doesn't know anyone as a personal. So you have to, while writing a letter, you have to give your explanation for the same is necessary. So the first is the introduction. I have held a saving account number with your bank for the last 6 years. Here Manoj Bhai mentioned that he have a saving account with number. So see friends, you have to write here an account number. Every bank have a different method to keep the accounts. Some banks mention their account with the 15 numbers, some mentions the account with the 11 numbers, some mentions with the 12 numbers. You can write all the numbers, or you can write the minimum 12 numbers as a account number. So you have to write it manually, whatever and whichever number you like, you have to write the account number. And you have to keep in mind friends that you have to write a minimum 12 digit number as an account number. So Manoj Bhai have a saving account with the bank with the last 6 years. See, Manoj Bhai have a saving account with the last 6 years. Manoj Bhai have account. Bank has introduced the various new schemes and customer oriented services, as a result of which reputation of the bank in Lunawada area has increased. Manoj Bhai also mentions that the bank, Vijaya Bank, has started so many schemes, and customer oriented schemes are uh, are for the help of the customer, and all the services are customer oriented. So the reputation of bank is also increased in whole Lunawada area. Second paragraph. Now the purpose of writing a letter. Recently, the online banking and the Demat account opening campaign launched by your bank has received a good response. Manoj Bhai mentioned that the online banking and Demat account opening campaign is launched by the Vijaya Bank, and these two schemes have a good response in whole Lunawada area. I also desire to open a Demat account for trading in share market. Manoj Bhai also wants to open an Demat account for the trading in share market. So Manoj Bhai have an idea or have some willingness to do some transactions in a share market. So he, according to terms and conditions, Manoj Bhai have a Demat account is necessary, so he wants to open an Demat account. I want to connect my Demat account with my saving account number with your bank. See, Manoj Bhai doesn't want to open a account separately, but Manoj Bhai wants to open an account, and he wants to merge this account with his saving account, and he mentioned his saving account number here, that he wants to open Demat account, and he wants to merge this account in a his currently pursued saving account. Okay, friends. Now Manoj Bhai some instruct that I assure to obey the rules and regulations required to open a Demat account. See friends, here Manoj Bhai giving assurance that he will obey the rules and regulations, and he all he mentions that he obey the rules and regulations for the Demat account opening terms and condition with very necessarily, and he assures that I shall maintain the minimum quarterly balance of rupees 5,000 as per condition of the Demat account. Manoj Bhai also gives assurance that he will maintain the balance of 5,000 as a terms of Demat account opening. He will maintain the balance, quarterly balance for the same also. Herewith I enclose duly filled in a Demat form two photographs, photocopies of license, PAN card, and a check for rupees 500 to active Demat account. See, here Manoj Bhai mentions that he enclosed a duly filled form. Second thing is the two photographs. Third one is the photocopy of license. Next one is the PAN card, and the last thing is the check for rupees 500 to active a Demat account. He wants to active a Demat account, and for as a necessarily terms and condition, he will give or enclose a duly filled form, photographs, photocopy of license, PAN card, and check for rupees 500. As soon as Demat account is open, I request you to send its password and customer ID so that I can operate the Demat account. Manoj Bhai also requests to the bank that he wants to open a Demat account, and after opening a Demat account, as soon as possible, he wants to receive the password and customer ID to operate this account. I expect a prompt procedure in this regard. See, Manoj Bhai also requests that he wants prompt action for this. Here, friends, here the thanking you or thank you is not mentioned. So, while you are listening this video, you have to compulsorily mention the thanking you while writing or watching this video. Make correction in your textbook, don't forget it. So write thanking you yours faithfully. Here the writer's name is Manoj Bhai, so we have to mention for the same is also Manoj Bhai Dave, and enclosure is necessary. See, here in the upper paragraph you have learned that Manoj Bhai sending some documents with this letter, and that documents are: first one is the duly filled format form, photographs, passport size photocopies of license. See friends, passport size photograph is not mentioned, and not mentioned in enclosure because the photographs are pasted in the duly filled form, so photographs doesn't mention separately. So first thing is that the form duly filled form with the two passport size photograph. Next one is the photocopy of license, and next one is the pan card, and next is the check of rupees 5000. These four things are enclosed by the Manoj Bhai. I hope you will get the whole letters very easily, and you learn and easily understand the things are mentioned in the letter. Now the second letter is the letter regarding stop payment of check. Now you want to stop payment of the check because your check is lost, or some for kept by you somewhere, you forgot where you have kept, or may some check are stolen, so you have to make the stop payment for the same also. Now the next letter is stop payment of check. As a letter writer, here the person name is very much suitable. So left hand side phone number, here mention that residence. Residence means where this person lives. So the phone number of residence, mobile number, and make sure friends, it is very necessary thing which I say, that you have to write the whole numbers instead of making cross mark while writing the phone number or mobile number, and it is very necessary. I request you, or you can say repeat this thing, that you have to write the whole numbers instead of making cross mark like textbook. So keep this thing in your mind, and doesn't for didn't forget to write this. Here the person's name is Dr. Mihir Lagwankar, who is the letter writer. 24 Flamingo Park is the address, New CG Road, Chandkheda, Ahmedabad, and put full stop behind the pin code, and it is necessary thing. Now the date is the 20th July 2017. See friends, the letter's date is most important part while writing this type of letters, and the here is the date is the 20th July 2017. Now the right receiver's name, the manager, is the designation. Receiver's designation is the manager. Now the name of the bank is State Bank of India. Again I request you, or you have to keep in mind that you have to write the bank's full name instead of short name, like SBI is not valid in your board examination. You have to write the full name as mentioned, or as you can see in this textbook right now. You have to write the State Bank of India full name, and remove comma behind the name of the bank because it is a name, and it is very necessary that while writing the name of any person or any bank or institute, you didn't have to make a comma. Now the address is the New CG Road, comma Chandkheda, comma Ahmedabad, and put full stop behind the pin code. See friends, here you have to make an correction for the same also, it is necessary. Here the dear sir salutation is written above the subject, as you have learned in the format. the salutation comes after the subject, so you have to make an L type arrow. See friend, L type arrow in the textbook that the dear sir is come after the subject, so you can have an idea. Now the subject is to stop payment of check number 0236308. Here the in subject check number is mentioned. If you forgot to mention the check, you can write easily, and it is not necessary that you have to mention the check number in the subject. It is not necessary, so you can write without check number also. Now the salutation is dear sir. See, now doctor gives his introduction. I have held a saving bank account. SB account means saving bank account. If you have no idea, or if you while revising these letters, if you forget the meaning of SB, so you have to make underline it, and you have to write the full form for the same also. I repeat again that SB account means saving bank account number with your bank for the last 12 years. See, doctor have an saving account number with the last 12 year in the bank. I operate it regularly. Doctor also mentioned that he operates account very regularly. This letter is written to confirm the telephonic talk held in the morning regarding the stop payment of check. Doctor also mentioned that he had done already and already done a telephonic talk with the bank manager, and this letter is the proof for the same. The talk between the manager and doctor held in the morning, and this letter is the proof of that particular talk. The check number 236308. See friend, here is the whole incident, that whose name favored the check amount and when the check is written. All these things are necessary while writing this type of letter. So doctor mentions all the things. The check number 0236308 is written in the name of the Mr. Srikant Joshi, dated 19th July 2017, and drawn on the State Bank of India of rupees 10,000. See friend, here doctor have written a check with number 0236308 in the name of the Dr. Srikant Joshi. See friend, doctor had written a check in favor of Mr. Srikant Joshi. Date of the check is the 19th July 2017. See friend, remember that the date of the check is 19th July 2017, and you can see at present in your mobile screen that the letter's date is the 20th July. That means doctor had lost or stolen the check at 19th July, and he writes the letter to the bank at the very next date 20th July. So date is most important part. If if in board examination this type of letter asked, you have to keep in mind that you have to give 1 day distance for the same is necessary. See, again repeat, check number is 236308. Name of the check holder is the Srikant Joshi. Date of the check is the 19th July 2017, and is the check is of the Bank of State Bank of India. So the check's bank is State Bank of India, and amount of the same is rupees 10,000. Check's amount is 10,000. All necessary things are mentioned by the doctor. I seem to have lost or misplaced. See, doctor told the bank manager that the check is either miss or stolen. Sorry, doctor told the bank manager that the check is lost by the doctor, or either it is misplaced by the doctor. I am worried as it is a bearer check. See, this is the main thing. The check is bearer. That's why doctor is very much worried about the same is also, because it is a bearer check and you are very well aware about the bearer check. That bearer check is like a currency note, and if any person found and the check is drawn in that particular person's favor, that's why bearer check is not safe for the as a money transaction. And doctor had mentioned that this check is bearer check. If the above mentioned check is presented to the bank by anyone, please do not make the payment of the said check. Doctor also requests to the bank manager that if anybody present this number check, the check number is 02363308, and if anyone present this check, doctor requests to the bank manager that not to release the money for the same. I have full faith that you will take prompt action in this regard. See, doctor have also assurance that the bank will take action in this regard very promptly. Thank you. And now the yours faithfully Mihir Lagwankar is the person's name. Now the letter of the same is complaint letter to the bank for the wrongful dishonor of check. See friend, if you have a sufficient account balance in your bank, and then after bank will refuse to release money, at that time it is called the bounce of check or dishonor of check. Bounce of the check is our local language, and the professional language it is mentioned that wrongful dishonor of check, or you can say the dishonor of check. Here is the case of wrongful dishonor. That means you have a sufficient balance, and then after bank refuse to release the money, and it is not good as an person or business firm, and you can say the prestige of the person or any particular firm is very not good as a part of the impression. So here the writer is the Samras novelty and it is a firm. So while writing this type of letter, the firm's name mention is very necessary and it is quite suitable for the same is also. So here the person's name, the writer's name is the Samras novelty. Phone number, now the address of this firm is the first floor, Charmi Tower, Div Cross Road, Somnath. Put full stop behind the pin code. You have to put full stop behind the pin code as it is not mentioned in your textbook. Now, the date of the letter is the 23rd July 2007. Again, you have to keep in your mind the date for the same or the letter is very important. The receiver of the letter is the manager and it is a designation. Name is the Andhra Bank, means the bank's name is Andhra, and you have to remove the comma after the name of the bank. Div Cross Road, Somnath, and put full stop behind the pin code, and it is necessary. Now the subject is wrongful dishonor of check, that the bank has dishonored the check very wrongfully, and here is the salutation is only sir. You can write the dear sir also. Now the firm will give their introduction in the first para, and they mention that we held a current account under the name Samras Novelty with your bank last 9 years. See, you have to keep in mind that while writing the person's name as a business firm, and they have also mentioned that they have a current account. You have to keep in mind that while writing a person who have a business firm, they have only current account. While writing a person's name, they have only saving account. So this difference you have to keep in mind. The person, or you can say the firm Samras Novelty, have a current account for the last 9 years in the name of Samras Novelty. Now the second line is that the all the financial transactions of our business are operated through this account. See, they mention that the whole type of transactions for the business are doing from this current account. Now they will mention the incident that happens with them. The check drawn in the favor of Pratibha Stores Somnath for rupees 12,000 bearing the check number EY004567 dated 15th July 2017 was presented by the trader to the bank. See, the check is in favor of Pratibha Stores. The receiver of the check is the Pratibha Stores for rupees 12,000. Check amount is rupees 12,000. Here the check number is mentioned with EY, and it is not necessary. Make sure friends, EY or this type of ABCD is not necessary while writing this type of check number. Only you have to mention the number with the digit of 4 to 5. So they mention that the check is favored to the Pratibha Stores of rupees 12,000. Check number is 004567. Date is the 15th July 2007. See friends, Samras Novelty had written a check to the Pratibha Stores on 15th July 2017, and the letter's date at present you can see on your mobile screen or laptop screen, that is the 23rd July 2017. So again repeat that the check is in favor of Pratibha Stores Somnath. Amount of check is 12,000. Check number is 004567. Date is the 15th July 2017. And the traders means Pratibha Stores have presented this check to the bank. But the amount of the said check was not credited in the account, and check was written with the remark insufficient balance. They mentioned that the while presenting a check by the Pratibha Stores in the bank, and at that time the amount of the check is not credited in the account of the Pratibha Stores, and instead of crediting amount, the bank returned the check with the remarks insufficient balance, means Samras Novelty have no sufficient balance in the account. Next thing, we drew a check considering the last entry in the passbook. See friends, here Samras Novelty also mentioned that, and give the clarification to the bank officer that they will always mention or always write a check after looking the last entry of the passbook. Without observing the passbook, they will not write a check. So here also they mention that they have write a check after verifying the last entry of the passbook. The passbook show a credit balance of rupees 50,000 both on the day of the check was drawn and today. See friend, Samras Novelty clarifies that while writing the check of that day, means the 15th July 2017, the credit balance of the current account is rupees 50,000 when they had written a check that is of 15th July 2017, and today while writing a complaint letter that is of 23rd July 2017. That means the duration of this both date is the a week and 1 day. So Samras Novelty mentioned that on the same day when they have written a check that is of 15 July, account balance is 50,000, and today while writing a complaint letter that is of 23rd July 2017, again that day the account balance is rupees 50,000. Yet my check of rupees 12,000 was dishonored. See friends, the Samras Novelty also complained that while while having a balance of rupees 50,000, bank had not credited rupees 12,000, and it is very shameful that after giving rupees 12,000 they have also credit balance of rupees 38,000 remaining in their account. So how this is possible? And then after they have remarked in the check that insufficient balance. This is very shameful matter for the Samras Novelty store. It is very serious matter. See, Samras Novelty also mentions that this is the very serious matter and this is not a good for the business firm. Kindly look into the matter and let us know. Samras Novelty also requests that kindly check what happened with the check and why is this so happen. Because of the carelessness of the bank, the prestige of the business firm suffers and it prevents the financial transaction. Samras Novelty also mentioned that due to carelessness of the bank, it is very shameful and the prestige of the business firm suffers and the financial transaction may be interrupted. We request you to be more careful, see that this type of incidents do not occur in future. Samras Novelty also give warning or you can say request that this type of incident will not occur in the future and it is not very good for the business prestige. So friends, you have to you have to cancel the thanks in this letter because you are complaining about the um, carelessness of the bank. So you have to remove thanks in this letter. Now you have to write the yours faithfully and instead of writing a name you have to write XYZ or ABC, whichever three letter you want to write you can, as explained in the format letter. So I think you all have a good idea for the same also. Now the next lecture is to obtain the facility of debit card ATM card facility. See friends, here the person or business firm have no facility of the ATM card debit card. Here the person name, the writer's person name is very necessary because business firm have a current account and current account holder have a no facility of the credit card or debit card. So while this type of letter asking in your examination, at that time you have to write a person's name as a letter writer. So here the writer of the letter is Dinesh Shah. Left hand side is the phone number of this person and the name of the person is Dinesh Shah. Sai Art Store is the shop name of this person. Dabhan Crossroad, Nadiad, and put full stop behind the pin code. It is very necessary. The date of the letter is 11th October 2017. Dinesh by writing this letter at the date of the 11th October 2017. Now the receiver of the letter is the manager and it is a designation UCO Bank. Here is the name of the bank, so you have to remove a comma for the same after the bank name, so you have to remove UCO Bank is the receiver. Peach Road, Nadiad, and put full stop behind the pin code. Now the subject is to get the facility of ATM card, debit card, ATM card. For getting debit card, ATM card, this person writes to the bank. Sir is the salutation. Instead of sir, you can write the dear sir. Now the first paragraph, Dinesh Bhai gives their his introduction. For the last 4 years, I have been holding a saving bank account with your bank. See, Dinesh Bhai mentioned that he have a bank account, and bank account is the saving account for the last 4 years. Dinesh Bhai have this type of account in last 4 years. All my financial transactions have been carried out through this account. Dinesh Bhai also mentions that all type of transaction for the shop or personally are done through this type of account, and this is the account of saving account. Now he mentions the thing which he wants. I have been associated with the business of dress material and dupattas for the last 10 years. See, Dinesh Bhai gives his introduction that the Dinesh Bhai is doing business in the dress material and dupattas for the last 10 years. See, here Dinesh Bhai mentioned that he have a business, or you can say he is associated with the business of dress material and dupattas for the last 10 years. I have traveled throughout Gujarat and out of Gujarat to purchase the material. Dinesh Bhai also mentions that why he have a necessity of this type of card, and he mentioned that he have to travel throughout the Gujarat and out of Gujarat for the business. I have to pay in cash, so I have to keep a big amount with me while traveling. And Dinesh Bhai also mentions that he wants to purchase the raw material as he associated with the business of dress material and dupattas, and while writing while purchasing raw material he have to pay in cash, and so he have to travel with a big cash also, and it is not good for the uh, point of view of the safety and transaction also. I request you to issue me a debit card, ATM card that provides the facility of withdrawing money from any city. Dinesh Bhai also requests that to issue an ATM card or debit card so he can withdraw the money in the any city and any ATM card for their business transaction. This will provide the safety of money too. Dinesh Bhai also mentioned that if he have this type of account, and if he have an ATM card or debit card, at that time he have a safety for the money also. I would like to know what proof I shall have to present in the bank so that I can have my debit card, ATM card as early as possible. Dinesh Bhai also requests that give me the list for the documents through which, or you can say through presenting this type of document, Dinesh Bhai get easily the debit card or ATM card, and the transaction of the business going very smoothly. Thanks, instead of thanks you have to write the thanking you. So make the necessary corrections while watching this video. Friends, it is very necessary as you have well aware about the current situation of corona, and so I request you to make the necessary corrections while watching this video in your textbook, because we have no sufficient time after the opening of school to uh, revise or uh, solving or make the necessary corrections for the same. So I request you to make the necessary changes while watching this type of videos as a part of your learning. So you have to make correction. Instead of thanks, you have to write thanking you, yours faithfully, and the person's signature is Dinesh by Shah. So here we are in try to give you a best and suitable knowledge of of the medium where you can learn in this situation, as because it is very important part for your studies and you are very well aware about the current situation. And as day by day the news, you also have an idea that the situation is going to liberal. But at present also we can't judge any kind of decision that when the school is open and so and so. And as a part of your study, it is important that you are in standard 12th. And while you are you are in standard 12th, it is very necessary that you have a full concentrate on your studies. So we have this type of attempt to provide you this type of lectures, so you can go through it and you can learn in your uh, free time, and you have no loss for your study. So we are going to provide this type of facilities so you can learn very easily. And here I also request you that, friends, you have to keep in mind that you are in standard 12th, and it is very necessary that without making a single minute loss you have to learn for the same. And we are providing this type of links so you can go through it as and when you have a doubt, so you can make your doubt clear, and without any ambiguity you can continue your studies, and you not you didn't have to suffer any kind of marks loss. So you are requested that we are providing links when and wherever you have a doubt you can ask us or go through the videos for the same also. As you can learn or you can watch this type of videos very concentratively, you can go through it, and if you have you can doubt you can ask for the same also, as we have made an group for the same where you can get the links for the same and you can learn through this video. So go through it. Thank you, friends. Keep watching it and like it. Thank you.